Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And today I'm going to be talking about a very exciting palette. It is the collaboration palette between Oden Cosmetics and Angelica and it is the Hela palette. They always have such beautiful packaging, and if you didn't know, they are a brand based out of Sweden, and that is where Angelica is from. She actually recently just moved to the USA, but she is originally from Sweden, so it is such a perfect collaboration because I'm pretty sure Angelica also introduced most of us to Oden Cosmetics. Last year was actually the first time I tried Oden Cosmetics. I tried their 3 legendary Diversa palettes, which were also collaborations, and this is also part of that collection. And I did get this palette sent in PR, which I'm super excited about because I'm able to create some looks and get this video up before the launch so you can get an idea of what kind of looks you can create. A huge congratulations to Angelica on this beautiful collaboration palette. Haven't even shown you the inside, but here's what she looks like. We've got a predominantly green color story with some pops of pink, and in this stunning plum shade. We have some different shimmers. We've got a multi-chrome in this palette. It is the shade double-sided, and this is something I love about Oden's is they've been putting multi-chrome eyeshadows in their palettes, and I think this is just so special and so fun. And if you didn't know, Hela is the Norse goddess of death, and that is why we have some grungy greens in here, a little bit of life, but then we also have some deeper shades, and complete is like charcoal with silver sparkles all throughout it. So let's get right into the swatches and the 4 looks that I created with this palette, and then at the end of the video I'll give you some of my thoughts.
Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you travel the world, all the spaces.
Priming with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer. Of course, we gotta do green looks. I'm going in with Decay, and I'm putting that right into my crease. And I'm not taking it all the way down on the outer corner. I'm really keeping it right here. And then I'm taking Moss and I'm blending it just slightly above that, but also overlapping it. And then over here as well. I'm taking Orubis and I'm putting that onto the outer corner. This is a beautiful tone of green. I'm gonna just slowly start blending that outwards. And just going in with a little bit more to get a little bit more depth out there. Picked up Venom, and I'm going to put that right in the center of my lid. I'm going to take it a little bit up into my crease. Just layering on a little bit more, slightly layering it over the dark green on the outer corner as well. Then I picked up Fluorescence, and I'm putting that onto the inner portion. Did pick up quite a bit with my brush, so I'm having a little bit of fallout, I feel, coming down onto my face. That's just gonna highlight right there. I'm going back in with my original blending brush and just blending that in the crease. And I'm connecting my lower lash line with that green. Taking Underworld under the rest of my lower lash line. Ooh, this really packs a punch. And taking double-sided onto my inner corner. This shade seems to be a little bit squishy. I have a little bit of a dent in there from dipping my brush in. I put on the Ioni Wispy Natural Flare lashes, and in the waterline I have Lime Time from Beauty Creations. So here's the first finished look. The second look, I'm priming with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer again. I'm taking Goddess and I'm going to stamp it right into my crease. Then I'm taking Hela and I'm putting it right above that. I'm just going to be blending that upwards. Super pigmented. I'm going to take some just setting powder and blend out the edges of that. Next, I'm taking Soot and I'm putting it all over the lid. I'm just packing it on and up into my crease just a little bit, but I want to leave some space there to blend it up with a blending brush. And then taking it down here, right against my lash line. Picking up just a little bit onto my brush, and I'm going to start blending that upwards very slowly. and gently. I don't want to completely overtake that pink. And then I'm going to slowly start to blend it outwards in a triangular shape. I like to do this shape for my eyes. I feel like it gives me that slightly cat eye look. I'm just going in with a little bit more. And again, slowly blending up and out. And going back and forth. Going back in with a little bit more just to help blend this out in this outer corner. And then I'm also taking this under my lower lash line. I cleaned off my brush just a little bit and blending that out down here. Next, I'm taking my Fair & Pixie epoxy and I'm going to take it all the way across my lid. And then I like to tap it out. And I'm taking double-sided and putting it all over my lid. Oh, that is such a beautiful shade. It reminds me of Good Day from the Glam palette. And I'm going to take it a little bit under my lower lash line as well. Put on the Ioni Wispy Natural Flare lashes. And in the waterline, I have Beauty Creations Razzle Dazzle. So here's this second finished look. And on to the third look, priming again with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer. Going in with Underworld, and I'm going to keep it only in the inner crease. Being very particular in the placement and really only keeping it within here, not taking it all the way down, trying to keep it controlled. And then taking Soot, and I'm gonna create an eyeshadow wing. I'm just gonna take that all the way across and angle it up. I just got this brush. It's from Rosenbin Beauty and I'm kind of obsessed with it. So I've been using it for wings like this because it just makes it even easier than a pencil brush somehow. Just really love it. I can't wait to try it out with other things as well. So I'm just creating that wing, making sure it clears my hood. And then I'm gonna connect it under my lower lash line as well. And then I'm gonna take Hela and I'm just gonna start slowly blending it right above that and down into it. And then out here as well, just kind of slowly taking it in there. And then I'm gonna go back in with Soot just a little bit, packing on right against my lash line and blending, blending, blending. Then taking double-sided, I've been pretty much using it for like every look. It's just such a versatile shade. I'm gonna do basically like a half cut crease with that, try to get a pretty sharp edge. And it's really interesting how different the shade looks when it's layered over the green versus over the dark plummy shade, as in the second look that I did. Such a fun shade. And I'm gonna take it downwards just a little bit, not all the way, but just layering it over. Just using this basically as a transition between those two shades. Wasn't sure if I wanted to do this, but I think I want a little bit more contrast up here. So I'm taking a Rubus and I'm just gonna put it like right against the shimmer shade, and then I'm gonna blend it out. I picked up just a tiny bit on this larger Kaleidos brush and just going to be smudging it. Just adding a little bit more depth in there. And then back in with the bright green, just to bring that back. And I'm gonna be going a little back and forth here. I've definitely done this step before, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to. And I definitely think that it helps to just create this contrast up here. Next I'm going back in with the shimmer shade. and just really sharpening up that edge. Here's a third finished look. I put on the Blush Lashes from Kiss. And in the waterline, I have Lime Time from Beauty Creations. And on top of it is layered the Sugar Drizzle Multichrome Eyeliner in the shade Moonbeam. For the fourth final look, I'm going in with Arubis, and I'm going to be doing a halo eye. So I'm just packing that on directly onto my lid, and then onto the outer corner as well. And then taking Wolf on the same brush, and I'm going to slowly blend that into the crease. And then back in with the darker green and slowly working it up into my crease a little bit. And then I'm going to take Rebirth and just blend that out further. Just add in a little bit more, just lightening it up. This shade seems a little bit more powdery than some of these other shades. Then I'm taking River, and I'm gonna put that right on top of the dark green on the inner and outer corners. Just kind of tapping it on. This shade is more translucent. Actually, I'm gonna put it all over the lid. It's so beautiful. And I am gonna bring it up into my crease just a little bit. And then right in the center, I'm gonna put on Fluorescence just to bring even more green into this look. I'm gonna use my finger to really get the most opacity with this shade. And that just brightened it up right in there. And here's a fourth finished look. I put on the Blush Lashes from Kiss. And in the waterline, I layered the Sugar Drizzle Multichrome Liner in Moonbeam over Lime Time from Beauty Creations. I really love my greens, especially more grungy tones. So this top half of the palette is just really up my alley. And you know what else I love? Shiny sparkly eyeshadows, and we have those in here, especially this beautiful multi-chrome shade, and also this shade that seems to have a little bit more of like a wet-ish squishy formula, so I do have a little bit of a dent in there from dipping my brush in it, so definitely be careful with that particular shade. And then River is also this beautiful duochrome topper-like shade, and the mattes performed beautifully, just like my experience with their other palette. Their mattes are just very easy to use, and they're very pigmented. So again, congratulations to Angelica and Oden's Eye on this collaboration. I think this is an amazing addition to their lineup of palettes. I love seeing them do more greens, and this palette is launching February 14th, and it will be $44. So mark your calendars and set that alarm. Let me know in the comments below which look was your favorite, and if you plan on picking this palette up, I would love to hear your thoughts. And that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content uploading my channel, lots and lots of tutorials you don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.